Mr. President, First Lady Laura Bush, greetings and shalom from the international Jewish community. My name is Rabbi Yehuda Levin, and I'm a spokesman for a coalition of over 1,000 rabbis, many of them from the Rabbinical Alliance of America, a 60-year-old organization. Millions of Jews worldwide, Mr. President, have known you as a friend of the Jewish people and a friend of Israel since the inception of your presidency. Mr. President, we are tremendously concerned and have great trepidation about what is occurring in fast speed since Annapolis. Mr. President, the lights of Hanukkah have become dimmed for many, many, many Jews who are learning and are shocked to see what is transpiring. Are you aware, Mr. President, that on the eve of Annapolis, an innocent Israeli Jew was assassinated brutally? His name was Ido Zoldan, and the Israeli government purposely withheld information that he was assassinated by the Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade, which is directly under the leadership and influence and payroll of Chairman Mahmoud Abbas, the same person who it's rumored will be receiving from you as much as $400 million, Mr. President, of almost discretionary funding. To compound this, to compound the fact that this was squelched by the Israeli government so as not to interfere with Annapolis and have anybody asking uncomfortable questions, Mr. President, to compound this, the Israeli government, Mr. Olmert, who's feeling tremendous pressure, obviously, has armed the Palestinians, authorizing 50 armored vehicles, 1,000 rifles, 2 million rounds of ammunition, while at the self-same time the Israeli government, through the Israeli Defense Forces, is disarming settlers, tens of thousands of settlers who they, through the last 30 years, have sent to settle Judea and Samaria, with the understanding they could carry firearms to prevent them from being dead ducks, that they should only be sitting ducks, and so many thousands have been killed and wounded over the years. Now, their arms are being taken away by an Israeli government, who probably, according to one Knesset member, Aryeh Eldad of the National Religious Union, the Israeli government that has failed miserably in resettling 10,000 settlers from Gaza several years ago, is faced with the daunting task before the end of next year of quote-unquote expelling tens of thousands of Jews from Judea and Samaria, maybe hundreds of thousands. They don't want to have clashes with the army. So according to some analysts, they are arming the Arabs, Palestinians, while disarming the Jews, and probably, God forbid, the result will be maybe hundreds or thousands of Jews killed or wounded when they can't defend themselves, and that will be the way that the Israeli government, God forbid, will clear them out of these territories to accomplish an imposed timeline of 1 year for such a thorny problem of peace. Mr. President, we appeal to you, please, you and First Lady Bush, who has that extra woman's sense of compassion, should not travel to Jerusalem at this time, because when you cough, Mr. President, Israel gets a cold. There's a tremendous, tremendous pressure, which I'm sure you understand, that the Israelis have to capitulate them rapidly, and they will not safeguard. This will not allow for the safeguarding of Jewish blood. Certainly, Mr. President, you wouldn't want to have a piece rammed down people's throats to accommodate an artificial time schedule, which could result in bloodshed, God forbid, not only in an immediate sense, but for years to come. We appeal to your compassion, to your understanding, to your friendship to the Jewish community and to the state of Israel. And I am no political Zionist. I don't agree with everything they do. We rabbis are not Solomons. We don't know yes Palestinian state, no Palestinian state, or what the border should be. And we're not weighing in on this subject. What we're saying is the way things are going, we understand that you are emboldening and empowering financially and otherwise with conferences, showering money. Your visit to Jerusalem will be the cherry on top of the whipped cream that will cause, we believe, bloodshed and a fast expulsion, and that will leave the Jewish people, even after the so-called peace, with what Abba Ibn once called Auschwitz lines, very narrow to defend themselves, We plead with you on this Hanukkah, our Festival of Lights. Please, Mr. President, have an open house meeting with Jews, plain regular Jews, not just the bureaucrats who might be telling you one thing, or the politicos. This is something that affects each and every one of us. And if you could reconsider and not take your trip now and slow down the momentum on arming with one hand Palestinians and with the other hand taking away arms from innocent Jewish settlers for self-defense, Mr. President, if you can do this, if you could ask the tough questions in public about the assassination of Ido Zoltan, if you could slow down the momentum, meet with us, meet with our representatives, then God willing, Mr. President, you will go down in history as a great, great peacemaker who has safeguarded the blood of every individual, and we will have a lighted, enlightening Hanukkah. Mr. President, and all those listening, we would like you to take your phones and dial 202-456-1111. Dial that number. Call the White House hotline. Tell them, please, Mr. President, slow down. Please don't go to Jerusalem. Continue your reputation as somebody who's sensitive to everyone's blood, every ounce of blood, and who would not allow this kind of stuff to happen on our border, this kind of desperation that could lead to bloodshed. We shouldn't allow this to happen to any other country. And finally, and furthermore, to all our listeners, Jewish and Christian alike, it's extremely important that you send this email message, embed this video, and send this to thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, and get the message to President Bush: don't go to Jerusalem now, please. Thank you, and God bless.